True authority arises out of quietness. It arises when there is nothing, let's say, that is grabbing us. Whatever you feel, which is valid, and we must feel, if we move from that feeling, we have moved away from true authority. But I feel this. No. Feel it, but don't respond. Feel it and don't react. Feel it and come to no conclusion. Because feelings shift. Feelings are always an opening to something else, another feeling, a more subtle feeling, and eventually to peace. So let feelings be. It's not about ignoring them or overriding them or suppressing them or turning away from them. No, feel, whether it's a feeling of sorrow or heartbreak or grief, whether it's a feeling of fear or trepidation or uncertainty. Whatever the feeling, wherever the feeling, feel. Absolutely. But don't move from that. Wait. True authority comes from waiting. Waiting within. In other words, not coming to a conclusion. Just because you feel something, you don't have to come to a conclusion about it. Give it space. Feel it. Let it move. Let it change of its own accord, just as we did in this meditation. You just let the breath move of its own accord. You let the body and its sensations move of their own accord. Yeah, any aspects of the experience. And in that, which is a great non-doing. Yeah, I'm not talking about not taking action where action needs to be taken. Yeah, but within you, before that action is taken, if you truly want to move from authority, inner authority, which we could replace that because it has so many connotations with intelligence, true intelligence. And probably you've heard me say this many times. Our true authority is innate intelligence. But if we want to move from that, we want to live as that, then don't respond from any position within yourself, towards yourself or towards anything else that has any sense, any vestige, any trace of, what shall we call it? It's a kind of violence. I feel this, therefore. Yeah? It has no violence in it. It has no shout in it. It has no fight in it. It has no certainty in it. Move from, we could call it an unknownness. Again, this is a misleading, in some ways, term. It has no position. It's very quiet. It's very soft. It's very tender. Let it move by itself. This is how we start to listen more deeply than any phenomenon that appears in your experience. The phenomenon of sensation, the phenomenon of thought, the phenomenon of feeling and emotion, the phenomenon of concepts, beliefs, opinions, and so on. Yeah? Don't move from that. Because all movement that arises from any conclusion that comes from the phenomenal experience, if you like, it creates karma, cause and effect. It will have a cause and effect in life, and then you'll have to deal with that, which is what the majority of people are doing anyway. Don't create more karma. I'm really not speaking about being passive. I'm speaking about listening within, and that listening is a kind of waiting. It's a kind of hanging out without position taking within yourself. And this is particularly relevant, not just on the level of thought and belief, but on the more subtle level, on the feeling level. On the feeling level. Wait, wait. Let that wave form a new shape, which it always will. And again, it's not about ignoring or suppressing. It's about listening. And then movement will happen, or action, or simply living. Life will be lived in authority. It means you're not, on a sort of practical level, you're not at the behest of obligation, whether it's familial obligation or social obligation or any other obligation. You're not at the behest of obligation or expectation or agenda, your own or anyone else's. You start to live as a free human being.